Hi, my name's John Joseph, and this is the second part of my tutorial on my procedural text generation tool, ProcGenie. In the first part of the tutorial, we went over basic navigation in the ProcGenie tool, the goals and purposes of the ProcGenie tool, and some of the essential navigational features of the ProcGenie tool. In this part, we're going to circle back and look again at the start symbol. Again, a start symbol is an entry point for any graph grammar in ProcGenie. Let's zoom in here to a cell. Define a start symbol by placing the word start in all caps between two brackets. For example, this graph defines a single start symbol in a component in the cell in the middle of the screen. But you're not limited to just one start symbol. You can define any number of start symbols on a single graph. After applying constraints, which we'll discuss in a later video, the generator, when it's run, will choose randomly among the start symbols as the starting place for generation on a graph. So let's say that we had a graph which would choose between several vowels. It would produce randomly a vowel. If we wanted to do that, we would include multiple start symbols, and we use directional rules like E for east, like we talked about before, x plus 1. So A. Then we'll add another start symbol here. E, I, add another start symbol, O, and U. So here we have a graph. We can name this graph the vowel graph. And when run, it's going to choose randomly between 5 different starting points on the graph and between the letter. And then once it's run, those will run to A, E, I, O, and U. Let's click the run button. U, A, O, I, O. So this is again a graph that when it's run, it will choose a start symbol on the graph from any number of the start symbols that are defined on the graph, and it will run from that point to the end of its generation, so the last place that it can go before it runs out of additional production rules. And here it'll choose between 5 start symbols and choose between 5 different vowels.